to another video, guys. It is Beetlejuice, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and setup video of me. I know, ladies. Calm down, back her up. Now, let's get into it. It's showtime.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and guess I don't really have to do an intro because he did it for me. So I guess let's get into the setup. So first, what you're going to need is you're going to need to get the tombstone here. You're going to need the plastic base and the metal base with the two poles coming out of the top. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move the tombstone back here, and the plastic piece. You're going to first take the metal base piece and you're going to slide the plastic base piece over top. And there's two tiny little holes that you're just going to slide it into. Just like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to, before you put that on actually, is you are going to want to take one of these four of the black poles here, and you are going to want to slide all four of them in until you hear the snap lock. Just like so. So the reason why I'm not actually unboxing them is because I've already actually opened them and set them up. But I still wanted to do a video of them. So that's what I'm doing for you today. So once you have that done, then what you can do is you can take this part and slide it right over top. I'm going to be out of the view for a second, but now I can adjust the camera angle so then you guys can see what is going on. So I'll be right back with the new camera angle. Alright, now that I have a little bit of a better camera angle, I know some of the stuff that up front you can't see, but I will show you when I pull it up and what it looks like. Alright, so now the next part that we are going to do is we are going to put the pants over top. So there's going to be a little hole right on the butt here, and you're just going to slide both the poles right into both those holes. So basically, once you have that done, you're going to grab both of the leg foams, and I don't know if you can see here, I'll bring it up close. But there's a little plastic kneecap part that you're going to want to put on, and it's like just like a mask string, and one side is hot glued and one side is not, and you just slide it right through that hole, and it should look just like that when you put it in, and it should stay on. So that's just his knee form. And if you are wondering why there's a tube of cardboard in there, it is supposed to be there so it just keeps the leg foam puffed out, I guess. And I was a little bit confused about that at first because I thought you had to take it out, but don't take it out. So now what you're going to do is you're going to slide his legs right into each side. I don't think it matters what leg is what. And then you're just going to slide it down the pole. There's a little hole in the foam, and you're just going to want to slide it down there. And then do the same thing with the other leg with the plastic kneecap, and keep the cardboard in that leg as well. I'm going to do this. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have seen the new Beetlejuice movie. I went to go see it for the premiere, and my opinion, I would say maybe 9.5. I really liked it, and it was a great movie. I really like Michael Keaton. I think he's an amazing actor. So, now that we have that done, I believe what we are going to do next is we can actually put on the boots. I'm going to grab one of them. There is a left and a right boot, which I do like. I'm going to pull the tombstone over here just so it's a little bit more in the shot. So what you're going to do is you are going to take the end foam here and just slide it into the boot. And what I like to do is I like to tuck the clothing right into the boot, and there's going to be a little slit on the bottom of the boot, and there's a piece of plastic here that the boot just rests on, and you're just going to want to slide that in. I would recommend do be careful when you are doing this because the plastic piece is pretty delicate, and if you push too hard on it, it will snap off. So just be careful when you are doing it. So next we're going to come over to this side and do the exact same thing. Tuck the clothing in, and then put this one in there, Find a little crevice. It's definitely frustratingly hard. There we go. Okay, I got it in. So next what we're going to do is I'm going to come up close because this is definitely a little bit of a smaller piece here. We have the body turn. It's pretty simple. It's just plastic, so do be careful. There's a wire that is coming out of it, so make sure not to pull on that or anything. And this is just his body turn to turn him side to side. So we are going to attach that. And there's two little holes on the back of it for the snap lock pins. You're just going to push down and slide it in. And sometimes you need to either push the pole up a little bit more or twist the pole just so it will snap in, but it's perfectly fine. That's what happens to most animatronics. All right, so now I believe we are going to take, let's see here, I think it is this pole actually. This pole is the body pole, and this one has like a weird kind of like star shape on the top. I don't know if you can really see that, and there's a little screw there for the control box. I don't know if you can see that right there. Yeah. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to snap lock this in. The screw is pointing to the back, so the wall here. And you're just going to slide that in. And same thing, it's a snap lock, and it just snaps into place. Very simple. I find animatronics very simple to set up, especially I've watched a lot of videos on them. So it does take a lot of practice, but once you do it a lot, you get the hang of it. So one thing I would like to note too is there's a bag of extra zip ties and extra screws and stuff that you are going to need to make sure that you have, because if you lose this, you're not going to be able to screw stuff in and zip ties arms down. So now that we have that, I believe, what are we going to do next? I'm kind of just going off the loop because I've already built him once, so I'm trying to learn how to build him without the instructions. So I think what we're going to do now is put the shoulder piece on, which is this white piece right here. So I'm going to show you up close because these are the pieces that you can't really see. But this is what it looks like. I know I'm kind of like in the darkness here. I'm not Batman or anything. And there's going to be two little holes on that, and those are going to screw into this metal piece up here with the star shape. So you're going to make sure that that star shape is pointing up. Now you're going to grab that little bag of hardware, and I believe the screw that you're going to need is this screw right here. I'm going to show you up close so you can see it. It's kind of hard to see. There's different screws. So this one just has the regular screw top on it. There is a silver screw as well, and another black screw, but it is shorter and it has a wider top on it. So you're going to want the one that just looks black and as normal as possible. I guess is the best instruction that I can give you. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a screwdriver, obviously, and you're going to need the Phillips head on it. And you're just going to find the hole, and you are going to screw the screw in. If you hear that rattling noise, it is just the bits in the screwdriver. So you're going to screw that in. I believe there's another hole at the front. I'm pretty sure it is optional to whether you want to screw both in or just one. I normally just do one for easier takedown. So now that we have that done, what we can do is, I think, we're actually going to put the coat on, or actually we're going to put the control box on first because that will be easier to put on and knock through the coat. So this is what the control box looks like. I'm going to show you the back here. This is just where the speaker is and the hook. Do be careful when you are putting this on. Try not to yank it or anything. This is kind of like the front part is a little bit hard to see right up close. So you have the volume dial, you have the sensor plug, speaker jack, the adapter, and the on, off, and step pad right there. And there are going to be two cords coming out of the control box. So that's what the control box looks like. So now we are going to connect this, just like so. And there's two rainbow wires, and you're just going to want to connect those together just so you don't forget about them. And it's a lot easier just to connect wires right now than when all the clothing is on. So now you have the control box on. Then you can, oh, actually before we do the shirt, we gotta attach the shoulder frame here, I believe. So this is just gonna sit on the top, and there's gonna be 4 holes, and it's gonna say screw here, and I'll bring this up close just so you can see what it looks like. There is gonna be writing right on the hole, so you're gonna know where to screw. So we are going to place that there, slide it in, and we are going to find those 2 flat top screws and screw it in. And you're going to need 2 screws. These are what the screws are going to look like. They're pretty tiny. Yeah, you can barely tell. I know it's really hard to see what you're looking at, but I'm trying my best to give the information that is needed to build the Beetlejuice. So now you're going to need the screwdriver again, and you're just going to screw into the hole where it says screw here. Again, you're just going to need the Phillips head screwdriver. And screw that in nice and tight. I think my big thing is with the screws and stuff, it's just annoying to have to put in and take off. But it is for like safety, so then nothing flies off or anything like that. Jeez. Right, trying to get this other screw. Alright. I'm going to screw this last screw in, and then we are going to move on to the coat. Alright, so now that that is all screwed in, we are going to put the jacket on. Alright, now you can slowly see him coming together. This is what he looks like so far. I'm going to move him a little bit more centered. Or centered, not censored. And we can just leave this front part open just for now. And what we're going to do is we are going to want to attach the arms. So one thing that I would like to note about the arms is there's going to be a smaller plastic shell piece that you're going to want to attach just like the legs. I made the mistake when I first put him together is I put the big ones on his elbows and the small ones on his knees and glued in that I did it wrong. So just the same thing as the knees, you're going to slide it through that hole and make sure it's flush against the plastic. So these arms are posable, which I do like. You're just going to slide the metal bar through the sleeve. Slide it through there. I think for me, when I put my Beetlejuice animatronic together, is I'm going to put a piece of Velcro right on his hand so you just can't see in his sleeve, which is definitely, in my opinion, a good idea. So there is going to be a hole that you're going to want to attach, slide the little metal bar into, and it will just slide right down. And then there's a little slit so the arm just sits in there. And I guess it is optional. You can put the plastic shoulder piece on before or after. If you put it on after the arms, it's a little bit easier, but I just put it on before. It's not a huge deal. Then you're just going to take a zip tie, and there's going to be 2 square holes that you're going to slide the zip tie right through. And this is just to hold the arms in place so then they don't fall off. Let me see this out here. There we go. Alright. And just make sure as tight as possible so the arm stays in place. Alright, so we can pull this side up, and we're going to pull the side down a little bit. Same thing with the other side, like I explained. The plastic piece goes over, slide the whole thing into the hole, and make sure it's flush against the plastic. I think one of my all-time favorite Halloween movies is definitely Beetlejuice. I don't even remember what age I watched it at, but I know I was young, and um, it was just something that I loved. I thought it was really funny. It's definitely not the best kids movie, but as I got older, I slowly understood things that are in the movie that I didn't understand at first. All right, now you're gonna take the other zip tie, and you're gonna put that through there as well. Slide it right through. Just so. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Whoops, a daisy. I never know what way to actually put the zip tie. There you go. What? How did I do it wrong? How did I screw it up again? Gonna give this one more try. Sorry about this. Right. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. So then your Beetlejuice animatronic should look like this with the coat up. You can pull it up. You are gonna want to make sure that the back is visible and you can still see it. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the head and you're going to have to screw that on. I'm going to do a close-up of the head. This is what my Beetlejuice head looks like. I think it looks pretty good. I always wondered why the eyes are like one's looking straight and one's looking kind of down. But I mean, it's Beetlejuice. Come on, he's been dead for a long time. Catching my break. Alright, so you can just slide that blue cord right down the back. And you're going to slide the head right onto that little connector right at the top. There, the color will match up. So now what you're going to want to do is there's going to be a little silver screw that you're going to want to take, and you're going to have to screw that into the back of the head. And when I first got Beetlejuice, I actually had a bit of trouble screwing in his head because how tiny the space is to try to get the screw in there. So what I like to do is, as you can see, I took the head off and screw the screw into the hole just a little bit, just enough to hold it there, and then put the head back in and then screw the screw fully in. Oh, I did it the wrong way. You have to put it in Beetlejuice's head, not the little connector that you already put in. That. Just like so. Dang it. Like I said, I had trouble with this the first time. So let me give this a couple more tries, and if I can't get it, I'll cut and I'll try to screw it in, just so then you guys don't have to watch me try to screw in this screw. I think I might have got it. No, don't fall it. It's like a game to try to get his head. Alright, so we got his head screwed in there. Like I said, there's 2 holes on it, so you have the option to put 2 screws in it. But I just do one because if I take them apart, it's so much easier than trying to take 2 screws out and put 2 screws in. So once you have that part done, what you're going to want to do is you're actually going to go through and attach his wire from his head, which I think isn't, yeah, it's not down the shirt. Alright, so you're just going to go put that down the back of his shirt, and there's going to be another blue wire that you're just going to want to connect that to. So that's for his mouth and stuff. His eyes don't light up, which I'm glad that they didn't do that. Now what we can actually do is we're going to attach the adapter. I'll just go from the back. So there's going to be a little hole. Just going to go pop that into straight down the back. So now that we have that done, we can pull this front piece up his shirt there, just like that. So it forms his chest, and we'll pull shirt over. We can pull the latex down. It's easier to pull it up, so then you can see where the screw hole is. And what we're gonna do, make his shirt all messy and stuff. Find the holes here. So basically, for this part, you're just going to button up his shirt, and I would personally button the first hole up. Then you're gonna grab his tie, which actually has a sensor in it, and that goes around his neck here. It's just a Velcro, so you don't gotta tie an actual tie. And there's a little hole right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a hole, and you're just gonna slide the sensor cord right through there, just like so, and then continue buttoning up his shirt. Then after that, you can just fix his arms and stuff however you like it. I have his arms right now kind of in the position like the scene from the movie when he's sitting on the tombstone. I kind of wish maybe that they would have done the actual like Here Lies Beetlejuice tombstone, but he never actually sits on it. But I think it's still pretty cool. And this is, I believe, actually the second? Yeah, this is like the second Beetlejuice animatronic. No, this was the first one. And Home Depot this year, this 2024 season, brought back the spinning head Beetlejuice, which isn't really the best one because he stands about 6 feet tall, and when he says his saying, his head spins around, but like it's not like the saying when he spins his head around. So I was a little iffy on that Beetlejuice, and I was like, if I couldn't get this one, I'd try to get that one. But in our Home Depot, we didn't even have it. But this one, there's only one of in our store. So I'm actually going to cut and do a close-up of him and show you what he looks like, and then we'll get to the demo.
Alright, everybody, I'm taking this back over. Look at me. I got my suit all dry cleaned for Lydia, and, yeah, let's get in the demo. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait for this. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. A little, anxious, if you know what I mean. Same bud, same.
Less than 100 years after all. I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, can find a little action. Now, let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose.
Well, let's get in the nighttime demo.
I'm feeling a little, anxious, if you know what I mean. Less than 100 years after all. I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, can find a little action. Now, let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the setup and demo video of the Beetlejuice animatronic. Hopefully I see you next time. Bye.